All right, so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Back to Profits Before Sunrise. Today is Monday, and I am your host, Marc with a C. Blake, your humble servant trader here on Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you had a fantastic week end or end to the week. I hope you got an opportunity to do some back testing, to get some work done. I hope you all got it in. Hope you all got it in. All right, let's get rid of that. So we're going to kickstart this morning's session by really just simply talking about a very interesting phenomenon about the mind that I think can work to our advantage and our disadvantage. And I really believe that if it is that we can understand the inner workings of the mind, then not only will that help us in trading, but that could help us in life. It's definitely a topic I love to explore. And because of the advent of technology and the improvement of science, we've been able to learn a whole lot more about the human condition. The mind, something that we can't really study that easily, is a resource that is just simply, I think, untapped. But last week we were talking about the reticular activating system. It can be your friend or it can be your foe in day trading. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, have you ever wondered why you do things that you do? Why certain things happen? Have you ever, do you have an inquisitive mind? Because I do. And being that I am, I ask a lot of questions to myself. By the way, I'll give you guys a very interesting story. So my brother was going overseas, right, this weekend. And he was leaving very early in the morning, like 3 o'clock early, 4 o'clock early. And he asked me, he's like, I could take a Uber, but hey, look, if you can get me, that would be great. He had told me earlier in the week, but he didn't tell me how early it was. So I said, no problem, of course. Come on, dude. Just tell me when you need to get there. And so later on now in the week, he said it was at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, well, damn. No problem though. I'll take you, right? And right before going to bed, right before going to bed, I said to myself, well, I had redundancies, right? So the last line of defense was him calling me. And let me just add that I stayed up until about 12 that night. I was doing some work and I stayed up till about 12 something. And right before going to bed, I sent him a WhatsApp message to say, if you don't hear from me by 3:30, call me. Because I needed to be at his house at 3:45. Right before I was going to bed, though, my mother sent me a message. I noticed my mother sent me a message earlier asking me to come by her house to pick something up to give him to carry up for her. And I was like, well, damn, that means I'm gonna have to wake up a little bit earlier to get to your house first, then to go to his house. I said, guess what? I'm not coming for it tonight, so I'll just go early in the morning. Guys, bear with me. It's gonna get interesting. And so my first line of defense was him. My last line of defense was him calling me. My second line of defense was my alarm. So I set my own personal alarm. I said, you know what? I'm gonna set my alarm so I could wake up. But my first line of defense, which is what I normally depend on, is my own biological system waking up at the specified time. And I typically do, unless there's some problems. So the last line of defense was me saying to myself, Mark, you need to get up at 3 o'clock. When you say things before you go to bed, like right before you get into that sleep zone, you'd be amazed, guys, as to what can happen. How many of us give ourselves an instruction before we fall asleep? Drop it in the chat. Just put a 1 if you actually give yourself an instruction before you fall asleep. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm the only crazy person that does that. That's fine. All right. If you don't talk to yourself before you go to bed, that's fine too. Just put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't really give yourself an instruction. Put a 1 if you do. All right, be honest, guys. Be honest. Where is the chat? Oh, it's here. I gotta take it out and put it over here. Okay, here we go. That's it. Recording. Okay, fine. I'll put you over there then. Okay. All right. Let me see those ones. Paul says he does. Betty does it. Harry says he does it. Jay does it. Haley does it. Susan. So you guys are just as crazy as I am. I'll tell you something strange happened, Carlene. I was in a dream. By the way, I've been taking magnesium since I got sick. I've been taking magnesium on the recommendation of a friend and a doctor. Um, and I've been so much more relaxed in the nighttime. Because a lot of sicknesses and illnesses is due to stress, guys. Stress is a silent killer. Y'all know that, right? And even if I am not trying to stress, my body handles life differently. Even if it's not a stressful situation, my body produces certain hormones. That's just how it is. I guess it's genetic. But epigenetics will state that you can actually control that based on your environment and how you train yourself, which is true, which is what we're getting into right now. And while I was in that dream, I was having a conversation with someone. And when I finished having that conversation with someone, I was going to my bed in the dream. Like I was literally going to go to sleep in the dream. And in the dream, guys, hear this in a J-Max. In the dream, I got up. Like I put my head down and then I get up and I said to myself, yeah, but you can't sleep now because you got to get up. It was the weirdest thing, right? And I automatically got up out of my sleep. And I looked at the clock and the clock said 2:52. 7 minutes before I needed to leave the house at 3. It took me exactly 7 minutes to get up, get dressed, put on my clothes. And when I looked at the clock as I was driving out of my house, it was 3 on the dot. Guys, true story. I had chills while I was driving up to my mother's house. But not only that, not Dr. Linda Bacon, the timing was down to a science. It was to a T. I got up at 2:52. When I looked at when I got the message in the dream and got up, it was 2:52. I looked at the clock because right as I was about to get down, it was just so creepy. I actually got back up and said to myself, yeah, but you can't go to sleep now. You have to get up. And the voice was just so commanding. You have to get up. And it was exactly 3 o'clock that I left up. No, Betty, by no means. I am the biggest sleeper. Like I take midday naps. I take midday naps. I sleep well, far from insomnia. Far from insomnia. You want me to sleep, just put me in a chair or something comfortable when my body's ready to go and I'm gone. No problem sleeping. But that's how powerful the mind is. Now the question then is what's operating when you're at sleep? Because in my opinion, in my studies and what I've found is that your subconscious mind is what's governing that realm. Your conscious mind is your thinking mind. Anytime you're thinking, your conscious mind is at work. And what happens if you're thinking other tasks while you're thinking, your subconscious mind needs to do the things that you just know. It doesn't require for you to think. It's just in you. That's your subconscious mind. So as day traders, we go through some challenging times in the environment of trading. There is a constant barrage of information, split-second decisions, and intense focus that we must do. But have you ever really considered how your brain works while you're in that situation? How might it be helping you or hindering your success? And that is the study I started to go into with this reticular activating system. Where's my plus sign? Man, I got too much screens going on. This thing is just changing. I don't know why. 1 second, guys. My screens just got messed up for some reason. I don't know why. Sure. All right. So imagine for a second, you're like at a crazy, busy market. I don't know for those of you who have ever been to a market, it's just busy, 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 busy. Sights, sounds, smells everywhere, right? How do you focus on what matters? That's the RAS, the Reticular Activating System. It sorts through all the information and lets the important stuff come in. And it keeps the rest out. It's kind of like a spotlight. It shines a light on what's relevant and what's not relevant. So in trading, it could be market signals, it could be charts, news, so you can stay focused. Now, this RAS can be a real asset for day traders like you and I. Here's why. You need to be laser focused in the market with little to no distractions. A well-trained RSA lets you block out distractions and hone in on the market. It allows you to hone in on the data in the markets. You become a filtering master, spotting those key indicators for buying and selling, those signals that you get, those candlestick patterns with market structure, pattern recognition. You'll start to pick up patterns like it's nobody's business. The RAS is amazing at spotting patterns. Remember, again, it's the subconscious mind. When you learn something and you know something through repetition, that's you training your subconscious mind. You don't have to think. Conscious mind, you don't have to think about it. It just is. You just know. How do you program that? How do you just know something? Even if you may not have trained yourself, you're being trained. We get trained through social media. We get trained through the television, tell your vision. We get trained through the radio, what we hear, what we see. We get trained from the smell of of different things like food. You smell something, you're like, ooh, my favorite thing to eat, right? Just by smelling. So the RAS is amazing at spotting patterns. Think of it as your personal pattern detecting machine. Now, the next thing is the intuition. The RAS is like the intuition whisperer. Have you ever had like a gut feeling about a trade? A gut feeling? Drop a 333 in the chat if you ever had a gut feeling about a trade. Yeah, I get these gut feelings like, yo, this trade is just this just feels right. It this is it, right? This is it. That might be your RAS at work. By prioritizing information related to your strategy, the RAS can contribute to those intuitive decisions that often lead to success. But remember, intuition loves data as a sidekick. So I would also say, don't go all in on just a feeling. You need data, but your RAS could be responsible for that intuitive feeling that you're feeling. It's your subconscious mind that's working behind the scenes, telling you this is it. It could be your subconscious mind saying, get up. It knows. Guys, it just knows. It's so powerful. It just knows that it's time to take that trade. Take that trade. But remember, have data and don't just go all in because of that. Don't be a gambler. Now, as much as it can help us, the RAS can be a little trickster too. The RAS can cause something they call confirmation bias. It's a trap. It's called a confirmation bias trap. The RAS, it gets a little bias towards what you already believe because you already have this information already programmed in you. So this can lead to confirmation bias, where you only focus on the information that confirms your existing ideas. And what you end up doing is ignoring anything that contradicts them. So watch out for those confirmation traps. The market loves to throw those at you. It makes you think that it's going one way and then it goes another. And because your brain, your mind, it's working together saying, oh, we've seen this before, let's do that, then the market does this. So be careful of that as well. You also have information overload. So the sheer amount of data that happens in a day when you're trading is it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. So what you find is that you get overwhelmed. The RAS can get overwhelmed. Too much information can lead to decision paralysis, or what we call it again, analysis of paralysis, or yeah, paralysis of whatever. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Or impulsive choices. So remember, the RAS needs clear priorities. It needs a well-defined trading plan. A well-defined trading plan can be your shield against information overload. And then you have stress, which again, I said is a silent killer. You have stress. Stress can mess with the RAS as well. When you're under pressure, your RAS might malfunction. And that malfunctioning leads to emotional responses and bad trading decisions. So you have to manage your stress very well. Your RAS will thank you for it. There are some key things to manage your stress. We'll talk about that after. There are some techniques that you can actually use to improve your RAS and its functioning. We're going to talk about that. But the last thing I want to touch on that can actually hinder you is FOMO. FOMO is the enemy of reason. Fear of missing out. Fear of missing out can be a very powerful motivator, guys. But it can also cloud your judgment. The RAS might amplify this fear. And that will lead you to chase after trades you wouldn't normally consider. Don't let FOMO call the shots. Stick to your trading plan. That's the key. That's the best way I know to avoid FOMO. Stick to your trading plan. When you stick to your trading plan, you won't make impulsive decisions because you have a set of rules. I mention to you guys all the time that one of my saving grace to trading is having a checklist and a trading plan. As a pilot, ask any pilot, again, from no matter if they're 1-year-old training and in the business flying to 60 years old, they're always going to follow their checklist because of the responsibility that's in their hand. They can't afford to go off of anything else but the checklist. There is a structure, there is a procedure, and you must follow it to the T in every stage of flight, from takeoff to cruising, to descending, to landing, to taxiing. Every stage of the game, there's a checklist. There's a checklist from you sit down in the aircraft to startup. There's a checklist for startup. You know, like you sit in your car, there's a checklist to startup. You lock the door. If you don't have automatic door locks, you lock the door, right? You ensure probably that everything around you is all loose articles are put away. You put the key in the engine, in the ignition. You turn it and start the car. Before you move off, you put your foot on the brake. You engage the drive. You check your side mirrors to see if there's anything coming beside you before you drive off. That's a checklist. Now, the only reason why you're not going through that checklist is you've done it so many times. You've done it so many times that your reticular activating system is already programmed to what to do. So you just get it done. You just go inside the car, you do everything like you always do normally all the time because you've already programmed that side. Have you guys ever been driving and you start to think? The thinking mind is engaged, the conscious mind gets engaged, and you realize 5 minutes have passed. You're driving, 5 minutes have passed, and you're like, whoa, you just lost 5 minutes, but you're driving quite well. Has that ever happened to you guys? Drop a 444 in the chat. If you're driving and you reach your destination and sometimes you're like, whoa, you look back and it's like, when did I get here? Or when did I pass this? Or can I ask you what you just passed? And you know. See, that's your RAS that took over when you started to think. And I tell you, even though you're thinking and your RAS is activated, it's designed to protect you at all costs. It's designed to protect you. So if someone were to drive out in front of you, you'd react. You are thinking, but your RAS is 100 times faster than that. See, that's the power of the mind, guys. Now, imagine all of that in trading. Imagine having gone over the charts multiple times, seeing the patterns multiple times, training yourself to see certain things over and over and over again. You're like on autopilot when you get on the charts. I've marked up the zone so many times. I've seen it. It's just there. Boom, 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 boom. What does that mean? It means that we need to do more repetitive work. So how can we use the RAS to our advantage as traders? All right, here are some tips. If you have not already gotten your pen and paper or your notebook and you've not been writing, get ready. Here are some tips. I compiled a few things for you guys. The mighty trading plan. We can't stress how important the trading plan is to this entire journey. You must develop a clear and concise trading plan that outlines your entire process, your entry and your exit points. This reduces the need for on-the-spot decisions. This reduces the need for on-the-spot decisions, giving your RAS a much-needed break. Hope you guys got that. Have a trading plan, guys. We need it. I remember when we just got started, we stressed, J-Max and I, we stressed on trading plans. Write them down, send them to us. Write them down, send them to us. To this day, I still have not gotten some trading plans. So I say to you guys, I'm going to challenge you this morning to send us your trading plan before the end of the week. I give you guys an entire week. I want to see each and every single one of my mentees send their trading plans to me and send them to JMax as well. JMax mentees, send your trading plan to her if you've not already done so. I'm sure you guys have already. For those of you who have not sent your trading plan to me, send your trading plan to me by the end of this week. I would like to go over it with you. Now, if you took my trading plan from the beginning and you literally did a carbon copy, no problem, but I want to see it. I want to see your process. Because this is the first line of defense. The first line of defense to you actually getting profitable by training your RAS. The next step is take a breather, guys. Step away from the screen regularly. Take breaks, short breaks. Do deep breathing exercises or meditate. Meditation can help reduce a lot of stress, and it improves the RAS function as well. Remember this, a calm RAS is a clear RAS. A calm reticular activating system is a clear reticular activating system. Your nervous system, you must be attentive to your nervous system. The neurons that are firing, guys, creating neural pathways in your brain. Whenever you do things like this, will help you in your trading. The next one, sleep. You see how simple these things are, guys? It's not even directed to trading. It's just in general. This is in life. Sleep is king. Getting enough sleep is crucial for your cognitive function and optimal RAS performance. A well-rested brain makes better decisions, period. A well-rested brain makes better decisions, period, ladies and gentlemen. Get your rest. Get your sleep. Set your sleep time. Get quality sleep. If you guys don't have tried the magnesium, try the magnesium. I know they have melatonin stuff as well, but get your melatonin from the sun. Go work out, exercise, do things to get your melatonin levels up so that when it's time to sleep, you're good. And lastly, mindfulness matters. Mindfulness, ladies and gentlemen, is a great way to train the RAS. Mindfulness exercises can help you become more aware of your thoughts. It will allow you to become more aware of your emotions. And that will help you to prevent impulsive decisions that are fueled by a stressed out RAS. So train your brain to be your ally, not your enemy. Because you will self-sabotage. We do it all the time. Majority of the times when we are taking lessons is human error. Majority of the times when you are taking lessons, it's human error. The way to actually study that is your journal. You're studying not that you did not execute that trade based on the 58 second. You're studying why did you not execute that trade at the 58 second. It's human error. Why didn't you pull the trigger? What's going on? How were you feeling? See, by understanding the RAS, guys, and how it affects your focus and decision making, you can become a more strategic and successful trader. Your brain is the most powerful tool. You must use it wisely. You must. Those are all negative ways that you can actually, negative and positive ways that the RAS works with you and against you. Now, I'm not sure how many of you are really into mindfulness. Somebody's asking, what is mindfulness? It's this mindfulness stuff. That's all. Just take the word and really break it down. It's being mindful, full in the mind. Full of your mind. But what kind of exercises can sharpen your subconscious mind so that you can actually become a better day trader? Because you and I both know already that the subconscious mind is a valuable asset, right? If it is a valuable asset, how are you training it? Drop it in the chat. Give me some examples of how you train your subconscious mind. Drop it in the chat. Because I'm going to give you some ways that you can actually train it as well. Are you guys ready? Drop it in the chat. Let me know. How do you train your subconscious mind? Or you can feel free to unmute. Let me know. Dr. Linda says, repetition. All right, that's what's up. Yoga and meditation. All right, cool, cool, cool. Prayer. That's what's up. And you know, prayer is like visualization, right, Linda? Prayer is visualization. It's repetition just the same, you know? You're actually looking into the future you. You're asking, or you're whatever you're doing, you're looking at the future you. All right. Affirmations. Yeah. Positive thoughts. These are all mindfulness techniques, guys. Things that you can do to train yourself. How often do you get to do that? Do you do it every day? Do you do it twice a day, 3 times a day? How often do you do that? Because that's the next important bit. See, the subconscious mind can be a very valuable asset for day trading by processing information unconsciously. That same identifying of patterns and contributing to your intuition. However, again, it is also susceptible to biases and emotional influences. Mindfulness exercises can help bridge the gap. It can help bridge the gap, allowing you to harness the power of your subconscious while managing its potential pitfalls. So here are a few exercises that you can do. Body scan meditation. Do you guys do that? I do it all the time. Body scan meditation, where you find a quiet place, sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath, feeling the rising and fall of your chest, or for those of you who know how to breathe deep in your abdominal, feel that expand and contract. With each inhale and exhale, just feel that. Then slowly shift your attention to different parts of your body, starting with your toes, gradually moving upward, noticing any sensations, any tightnesses, any, relaxation, guys, warmth or coolness. You have to feel your body. I remember a point when I was so out of tune with my body, I would try that. It's like, I don't feel nothing. I'm just like, yep, this is pointless. But the more I did it, the more I actually started to feel certain areas as tight. I could feel certain areas that's warmer than others. I could feel certain areas when I reach my chest. I could feel certain areas right here that's tight. I could start to feel tension in my neck. Trust me, guys, try it. Don't judge or analyze the sensations, by the way. Don't judge or analyze them. Simply observe them. Observe them with a sense of detached awareness. This is why mindfulness is so powerful. Meditation is so powerful. It trains the mind on another level. Just imagine you trying to sit quietly without thinking. By the way, there's an article I was reading over the weekend because I'm struggling right now with this screen time and social media and stuff that these children have to deal with. It's not something we had to deal with growing up. In the 80s, we never had social media and all those things to deal with. Worse in the 70s, never had to deal with that stuff. We had other problems. But in today's society, these children of the 21st century and coming up, they have different problems, guys. We actually, and I say we as parents, we actually prevented them from being able to think by giving them these devices when they are bored to take up their time. Boredom is essential for creativity. When you get bored, you think, you create. You don't distract yourself with something else, to some external. No, you go internal and you think, you create, you come up with things. We used to come up with toys. We used to build toys. We used to come up with games outside to play. We think we created. Why is this important? It's the same thing with what we're doing with mindfulness. We're so taken up by all these things, distracted, that when we turn to go inward, we start to think again. We can't stop ourselves. So don't judge or try to analyze and try to think about your sensations. Just simply observe them. Observe them with a sense of detached awareness. Now, these practices, ladies and gentlemen, can help you become more aware of your body signals, which can be helpful in identifying subconscious tension related to stress or anxiety during your trading. Now, the second thing is visualization for pattern recognition. I saw that you guys put that in the chat as well. Visualization. Find a comfortable position, right? Close your eyes and imagine yourself calmly reviewing historical charts or market data. Visualize yourself identifying recurring patterns and trends in the market. Just sit, visualize yourself doing that. See yourself mentally noting these patterns and associating them with potential future market movements. See yourself doing that. Simply sit, close your eyes, and visualize yourself looking at the charts and finding these patterns. Whichever pattern you're looking for, if it's double tops, double bottoms, triangular pennants, ascending triangles, flag patterns, whether you're looking for engulfing patterns, dojis, whether you're looking for hangmans, whether you're looking for shooting stars, whether you're looking for evening stars, whether you're looking for black three crows, no matter what you're looking for, just visualize seeing those patterns over and over repeatedly in the charts. And I tell you guys, you do that, and you're going to find when you sit, it's the same thing. Michael Jordan will tell you that when he was training, his training began in the mind. Just seeing the hoops, he would sit down and shoot hoops, shoot, visualizing his shots before he even hit the basketball court. Repeat this visualization regularly, guys. The aim is to strengthen the connection between your conscious mind and your subconscious processing of market data. And then mindful breathing is the next one. Mindful breathing with market simulation. Sit comfortably and focus on your breath. Counting each inhale and exhale silently. As you breathe, visualize yourself going through a typical trading session. As you're breathing, visualize going through a typical trading session. Now, guys, at first, you guys might not be able to do this. It's trying to do multiple things at the same time, I know, especially if it's not something you're used to. But imagine yourself encountering different market scenarios, uptrends, downtrends, and periods of volatility, consolidation. Observe your internal reactions. Observe your emotional changes, your thoughts and urges when you see this. You have to just put yourself in the zone, guys. Visualize and think about how you can sit and just do this. This exercise helps you to identify subconscious biases and emotional triggers that might influence your trading decisions. You can actually go through it and feel the emotion live, real, as though it's happening. Try it. I'm telling you, it works. This is guys, this is like I'm giving you the game to the next level of trading. This is not technical analysis. This is mindfulness. This is you taking your game now just from rudimentary find and break and retest now to the next level. It becomes mind work. That's the true training. Gratitude is the fourth one. Gratitude. A gratitude meditation for positive reinforcement is key. Gratitude, guys. Find a quiet space again, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths and focus on feelings of gratitude for your skills. Gratitude for the knowledge. Gratitude for the resources related to your day trading. Acknowledge the progress you've made and visualize yourself achieving your trading goals. But have a grateful mind. Be grateful within this, guys. This practice of having gratitude will help to cultivate a positive and optimistic mindset. This can lead to a very beneficial subconscious mind when making decisions, guys. When you practice gratitude, it brings about a certain positivity and appreciation. Practice that often. I'm telling you, that's another next level. And of course, the last one I'll share with you guys before we gotta go is 6 o'clock, journaling for self-awareness. After each trading session, take some time to write down your thoughts and your emotions. Reflect on your decisions, both successful and unsuccessful trades. Analyze any recurring pattern in your emotional responses or your thought processes. See, journaling will help you to practice how to become more aware of subconscious biases that might be impacting your trading decisions. Now, with that being said, guys, we're going to leave it there for today. Remember, consistency is key. So regularly practicing these exercises can significantly enhance your ability to manage your subconscious mind for optimal day trading performance. And when you combine these exercises with a well-defined trading plan and regular review of your trading history, that will maximize your effectiveness. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Your RAS is probably, in my opinion, one of the most important tools that you have in your toolkit. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine, you can develop a stronger connection with that RAS, with your subconscious mind, allowing it to become a valuable tool for your success in this fast-paced environment, in this fast-paced world of trading. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to dive deeper into this. Do your own research. Read on the subconscious and the conscious mind. Find out ways how you can trade it. Because if I have not convinced you of anything, you must understand this. This is probably the most important thing to your trading. It's your mindfulness. All right? So, may the divine forces in me greet the divine forces in you. May you all manifest each and every heart's desire. Ashe family, one love. Have an amazing rest of your day. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. This is Marc with a C. I'm out, guys. Peace.